Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we'll be looking at NABTEB Mathematics past questions. Our first question says, evaluate 0.0285 times 0.267 all over 3.36, leaving your answer in standard form. Now, for us to leave our answer in standard form, let's first of all know what those would be. 0.0285, converting it to a whole number, we have it as 285 times 10 raised to the power 1234 minus 4. And for 0.267, we have it as 267 times 10 raised to the power minus 3. And 3.36, we would have it as 336 times 10 raised to the power minus 2. Now, replacing all this with this, we have this as 285 times 267 times 10 raised to the power minus 4 plus minus 3. All right, all over 336 times 10 raised to the power minus 2. Okay, now multiplying this together, we have 285 times 267 would give us 76,095 divided by 336 times 10 raised to the power minus 4 plus minus 3 will give us a minus 7. All right, now because of this division, it will become minus 2. Okay, so 76,095 divided by 336 would give us 226.47. All right, times 10 raised to the power minus 7 plus 2 will give us minus 5. Okay, now having this, let's convert this to a standard form. This will give us 2.2647 times 10 raised to the power 2 times 10 raised to the power minus 5. Okay, so from here we would have it as 2.2647 times 10 raised to the power 2 plus minus 5. Okay, which will give us 2.2647 times 10 raised to the power minus 3. Now, in this, we've put our answer in standard form. If the angles of a polygon are given as x degree, x plus 20, 2x minus 10, 3x plus 10, and x minus 10. Okay, now we should find the value of x. Now, for us to find the value of x, now from our given angles, we know that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 angles. That means the polygon in question is a 5-sided polygon, which is a pentagon. And sum of angles in the pentagon, sum of interior angles in a pentagon equals 540 degrees. That means the sum of all these angles, these 5 angles, will be equals to 540 degrees. So let's add it all up. We have x plus 20 plus 2x minus 10 plus 3x plus 10 plus x minus 10 equals 540 degrees. Now, collecting our like terms, we have x, 1, 2, 2x, plus 2x, 4x, plus 3x, 7x, plus 1 more x. We have it as 8x. 8x, 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 minus 10 is 10. So this will be plus 10 equals 540 degrees. So now, Moving our 10 over to the other side, or subtracting 10 from both sides, we have it as 8x equals 540 minus 10, which gives us 8x equals 530. Now we divide both sides by 8, which is 8x over 8 equals 530 over 8. So therefore, our x would be 530 divided by 8, which will give us 66.25 degrees. So the value of x for this pentagon is 66.25 degrees. Our next question, if the angle of a pentagon are x degree, 2x degrees, 2x plus 40 degrees, and 2x plus 10 degrees. Find the value of the biggest angle. Now, we are told that the polygon is a pentagon, and we know that sum of angles in a pentagon, sum of angles in a pentagon equals 540 degrees. That's the sum of the interior angles. So adding this all up, we have as x plus 2x plus 2x plus 40 plus 2x plus 10 would give us 540 degrees. Now, collecting our like terms, we have x plus x, 2x, 4x, 6x, and 8x. So 8x plus 40 plus 10, 50 equals 540 degrees. All right, from here, we collect like terms. This gives us 8x equals 540 minus 50. So 8x would give us 490. Okay, so dividing both sides by 8, we have it as 8x over 8 equals 490 over 8. Cancelling, so therefore the value of x equals 490 divided by 8 would give us 61.25. Now that's the value of our x. So we are asked to find the value of the biggest angle. And if we have our x to be 61.25 degrees, that means we have 2x will be 2 times 61.25, which gives us 122.5 degrees, and 2x plus 40 equals 122.5 plus 40, which will give us 162.5 degrees, and we have our 2x plus 10, which is 122.5 plus 10 to give us 132.5 degrees. So from here, the value of our biggest angle will be 162.5 degrees. Given that our x ranges from 0 to 90 degrees, which means our x is acute, and sine x equals 5 over 13, we have to find cot squared theta without using our tables or calculators. Now, to find our cot squared theta, first off, we know that sine theta, okay, is what? Sorry, this will be called squared x. So we know that our sine theta is, or sine x, in this case, is opposite over hypotenuse, and cos x is adjacent over hypotenuse, tan x is opposite over adjacent. Now, our cot cot x is inverse over tan x, which is 1 over opposite over adjacent, which when reversed will give us adjacent over opposite. That is our cot x. So now, we need to find what our adjacent is, knowing that 5 is our opposite and 13 is our hypotenuse. So in a right angle triangle, let's call this our angle x. So our opposite will be 5 and our hypotenuse will be 13. So using Pythagoras theorem, where we have hypotenuse squared equals opposite squared plus adjacent squared. Okay, so our hypotenuse is 13 squared equals 5 squared plus adjacent squared. So this will give us 169 equals 25 plus adjacent squared. Here we have it as adjacent squared equals 169 minus 25, which gives us 144. So our adjacent would be the square root of 144, which would be 12. So our adjacent would be 12. Now back to our question of finding cot squared x, which is going to be adjacent over opposite squared, since cot x is adjacent over opposite. So imputing this, our adjacent is 12 all over opposite is 5. All squared will give us 144 all over 25. So 144 divided by 25 would give us 5.76. 5.76 will be the value of cot squared x. The first and fifth term of a GP are 81 and 1 respectively. Determine the 3 terms between the 2 numbers. Now we are told that our first term is 81 and our fifth term, first term, and our fifth term is 1. So we need to find T2, T3, and T4. Now, we know that for our geometric progression, we have our formula as Tn equals ARn minus 1. All right, so for the first term, T1, we have it as A, which is giving us 81, and T5, okay, T2, we have it as A raised to power AR, and T3, we have it as AR raised to power 3 minus 1, 2, and T4, we have it as AR raised to power 4 minus 1, 3, and T5, we have it as AR 5 minus 1, 4, which is giving us 1. Now, for us to find our common ratio here, we will be doing our T5 divided by T1. Okay, this is going to be AR raised to power 4 divided by A, which gives us 1 over 81. So A, we cancel A, leaving us with R raised to power 4 equals 1 over 81. So we are going to take the fourth root of 81. So we'll take our fourth root of both sides. This becomes R equals fourth root of 1 over 81, which leaves us with R equals 1 over 3. Now, knowing that R is our ratio, common ratio for the sequence is 1 over 3, we can now come imputing our values into T2. So T2, which is AR, will become 81 times 1 over 3, which will give us 81 divided by 3 will give us 27. And T3, which is AR squared, will become 81 times 1 over 3 squared, which will give us 81 times 1 over 9. So 81 divided by 9 will give us 9. and that T4, which is AR raised to power 3, equals 81 times 1 over 3 raised to power 3, which gives us 81 times 1 over 27. So our T4 would be 3. So the 3 times, our sequence will become 81, 27, 9, 3, and 1. So the 3 missing terms there are 27, 9, and 3. In the figure, AB is the diameter of a semicircle. AOBC, if AB is 10 centimeters and AC is 8 centimeters, calculate the area of the shaded portion. So now we have our diagram in this form. This is A, B, and C. So this part is shaded. And we have our center as O. All right. Now they say we should calculate the area of this shaded portion. Now, for us to find area of shaded portion, area of shaded portion, we are going to have it as area of semicircle. Okay, we are having it as area of semicircle minus area of triangle. Okay, area of our semicircle minus area of our triangle will give us the area of our shaded portion. Now, we are told that AC, line AC, is 8 centimeters, and line AB, which is our diameter, is 10 centimeters. Okay, so if we project this downwards to the center, we have a right angle triangle. Okay, but first let's calculate our area of semicircle. We know that area of semicircle will be calculated from area of circle divided by 2. So area of our circle, area of circle equals pi r squared. Okay, so area of semicircle will become pi r squared over 2. Now, our pi is 22 over 7 times our radius. Since AB is the diameter, which is 10, our radius will be 10 over 2, which is giving us 5 centimeters. So this will be 5 times 5, okay, which leaves us with 22 times 25 divided by 7 would give us 78.57 centimeters squared. That's the area of our circle. So area of our semicircle will become 78.57 divided by 2, which gives us 39.29 centimeter squared. So that will be our area of semicircle. Now, let's find our area of triangle. Now, area of triangle, we have formula for area of triangle as half base times height. Okay, we have it as half base times height. So we need to find the height of our triangle. So using Pythagoras theorem, what we have AC, we are told that our AC, AC is 8 centimeters and our AO is 5 centimeters. Okay. Now, using a Pythagoras theorem, we are going to find our h. This becomes 8 squared equals 5 squared plus h squared. This is 64 equals 25 plus h squared. So h squared equals 64 minus 25, which gives us 39. So our h equals root of 39, which is root 39 would give us 6.25. Okay, so our height of our triangle will be 6.25. Now, back to our formula of half base times height, we have it as half times our base will be 10 times 6.25. Okay, so this will give us 2 here, 1, 2 into 10, 5. This leaves us with 5 times 6.25 times 5 would give us 31.23. So our 31.23 centimeter squared. So that will give us our area of triangle. Now back to our formula to find area of shaded portion, where we have area of semicircle, which is 39.29 minus area of triangle, which is 31.23. Okay, so our area here will be 29 minus 31.23, which gives us 8.06 centimeter square, will form the area of the shaded portion. Find the sum of the first 100 even numbers. Now, we know our even numbers started from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on and so forth. Now, from here, we can see those forms a sequence where our first term, T1, is 2, and a common difference, which is T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2, our common difference, D, will give us 2. That is 4 minus 2, which will give us 2. Now, for us to find the sum of the first 100 terms, our number of terms, n, is 100. So for us to find the sum of the first 100 even numbers, we are going to use the formula Sn equals n over 2, bracket open, 2a plus n minus 1 d. All right. Now, where our n is 100, a is 2, and our common difference is 2. So our sum of 100 terms, first 100 terms will be 100 over 2, 2 bracket 2 plus 100 minus 1 times 2. All right. Now, this gives us 100 divided by 2 will give us 50. 2 times 2, 4, plus 100 minus 1, 99 times 2. 99 times 2 would give us 198. Okay, so here we have 50 times 198 plus 4 will give us 202. So 50 times 202 would give us 10,100. So the sum of the first 100 even numbers will be 10,100. In the figure above, AD is parallel to BC if BE is perpendicular to AD. If the area of ABCD is 40.5 centimeters squared, find the length BC. Now, for us to do this, we have our diagram in this form. A, B, C, D. All right. AD is parallel to BC, and BE is the height of this shape, and is 4.5, and AE is 10.6. Now, from this, we know that this shape is a trapezium. So for our area of trapezium, would give us half bracket A plus B times H. Now, in this case, our A is AD, which is 10.6, and our B is BC, which is unknown. Then our H is BE, which is 4.5. Now, we are given that area of our trapezium ABCD equals 40.5 centimeter squared. Now, so we impute our area of trapezium for this. This becomes 40.5 equals half, bracket open, A, which is AD, 10.6, plus our B, which is unknown, let's call it X, times our H, which is 4.5. Okay, opening up these brackets, okay, we can first of all eliminate our fraction by multiplying both sides by 2. So this gives us 40.5 times 2 would be 40.5 times 2 would give us 81 equals 10.6 plus X times 4.5. Okay, we can go ahead to open up this bracket with this, or we divide both sides by 4.5. But let's go ahead to open it up. If we open this up, this becomes 81 equals 10.6 times 4.5, which gives us 47.7 plus 4.5x. Now, collecting like terms, we have it as 4.5x equals 81 minus 47.7. So 81 minus 47.7, we would have it as 4.5x equals 33.3. So our x will be 33.3 divided by 4.5. So x equals 7.4 centimeter. That means our BC, our length BC will be 7.4 centimeters. So with this, we found the length of our BC, which is 7.4 centimeters. The difference between the reciprocal of a number and the reciprocal of the sum of the number and 3 is 3 over 40. What is the number? This question is incomplete. This should be the sum of the number. The reciprocal of the sum of the number plus 3 would give you 3 over 40. Okay, so let's start with let the number be x. Okay, so if we talk about the reciprocal, we have it as 1 over x. Okay, now if we talk about the sum of the reciprocal plus 3, will become our reciprocal, which is 1 over x plus 3. Okay, that is the reciprocal of our next line of statements. Now they say the difference between this reciprocal and this is 1 over x minus 1 over x plus 3 will give you 3 over 40. So we are asked to find the number, which is, we are asked to find x. Now, if we are to find x, our LCM here will become x bracket x plus 3. All right, x here will give us x plus 3 minus x plus 3 here will give us x equals 3 over 40. Now, cross multiplying, we have this as x plus 3 minus x times 40 equals 3x bracket x plus 3. Okay, now opening up this, x will cancel x, leaving us with 3. 3 times 40 will give us 120 equals, opening this bracket, we have it as 3x squared plus 9x. Now, you can see we have a quadratic equation here. So rewriting this, we have it as 3x squared plus 9x minus 120 equals 0. Now, these forms are quadratic equation. But luckily for us, we can divide all these terms by 3. So dividing by 3, dividing our 3x squared plus 9x minus 120 equals 0, all by 3. This becomes x squared plus 3x minus 40 equals 0. Now, we are going to factorize this. Factorizing this, we have this as minus 40x squared. Now, what are the factors of 40 that will give us 3? We have, our factors of 40 will be 8x and 5x. 8 times 5 will give us 40. 8 minus 5 will give us 3. Now, since this is positive, one of these has to be negative. So since this is positive, the smaller one will be negative, since our 40 is also negative. So now, 8 times minus 5 will give us minus 40. 8 minus 5 will give us a positive 3. Now, bringing these two terms together to replace this, we have it as x squared plus 8x minus 5x minus 40 equals 0. Group these two together, we have it as, what's common here, x plus 8 minus 5 x plus 8 equals 0. So here we have it as x minus 5 equals 0, x plus 8 equals 0. So therefore, x equals 5 and x equals minus 8. Now, since we are looking for our value of x is most likely going to be 5 or minus 8. In the figure, okay, ABC is an isosceles triangle and inscribed in a circle of center O. Now, we have a circle, we have a triangle A, B, and C. Okay, AC, so this is A, B, and C. So AB is equal to AC. That's an isosceles triangle. Two sides are equal. And BC is 10, okay, which is the base of our isosceles triangle with center O. Okay, now calculate the radius of the circle to the nearest whole number. So we have to find the radius of our circle to the nearest whole number. Now we know that AB equals AC, which is 13 centimeter, and BC equals 10 centimeter. All right, now for us to find the radius of this cycle, which is our R, we'll first of all calculate the area of this triangle. So if this is 13, and we have a line passing through the center to the base of this triangle this way, it will form a right angle triangle. Okay? Leaving it this way as 13, 10 divided by 2 will give us 5. So we have A, B, and let's call this N, which is our midpoint. Okay? So for us to find the height of this triangle, this will become, Pythagoras rule will be 13 squared, 5 squared plus AM squared. So this will be 169 minus 25 equals AM squared. So our AM squared equals 144. So our AM would be 12. That is the square root of 144. So if our AM is 12, all right, this is 12 cm. Okay? Now, we know that this other part is our radius from the center here. This part is our radius. So let's call this x. So we can say our 12 cm, which is our height here. This is radius, x. 12 cm, which is AM, would give us x plus r. Okay? Our x plus r will give us our radius. Okay? Will give us our 12 cm. Now, from here, we can have it as r equals 12 minus x to give us our r. R equals our 12 minus x. So from here, we are going to find the area of our triangle. And for area of triangle, we have it as, we are going to use two formulas, half base times height, or half base, half AB sine theta. All right. Now, first off, we are going to use a half base times height to find the area of this triangle. So area of triangle will become half, our base is 10, times our height, which is 12. So this will give us 2 here, 1, 2 here, 6. So our base will become, this is 5, working on base. So our base will become 5 times 6 will be 30 centimeter square as our area of our triangle. Now, going over to this, we have it as 30, which is the area of our triangle. We want to find our angle, will become half AB sine theta, where our A is 13 and our B is our base, 5. So this will become 30 equals 1 over 2 times 13 times 5 times sine theta, which is unknown. Now this is our theta, this angle. So from here we have it as 60 equals 13 times 5 will give us 65 sine theta. So our sine theta will become 60 over 65, which gives us 60 divided by 65 would give us 0.9231. So theta will become sine inverse of 0.9231, which will give us sine inverse of 0.9231, which will give us 67.38 degrees. Now, knowing that this angle is 67.38 degrees, we know that this angle will be 90 minus theta. Let's call this angle beta. Our beta will be 90 minus theta, which is 90 minus 67.38. So 19 minus 67.38 would give us 22.62 degrees. Now, we can now find our triangle, okay? Having our triangle in this form, having our triangle in this form where we have this as a radius, okay? Radius, this angle would be 22.62, okay? And this is 13. So we are turning our triangle downwards. Now, having it this way, we can now find our radius, okay? Now, still dividing this angle from here this way, all right? Now, this becomes 6.5, 6.5. So bringing out our right angle triangle from here, this is 22.62, and this is 6.5, and this is our radius. So we can now find our radius from here using our angle where we are having hypotenuse and adjacent. So hypotenuse and adjacent will give us cos theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So now this will be cos 22.62 equals adjacent is 6.5 all over hypotenuse, which is our radius. So our radius would be 6.5 over cos 22.62. Now this would be 6.5 all over 22 cos 22.62 would give us 0.9231. Okay, so our R will become 6.5 divided by 0.9231, which gives us 7.04. So to the nearest whole number, our R equals 7 centimeters. That will be the nearest whole number. All right, guys, with this, we've come to the end of today's class. See you in our next class.
Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the content you just watched. To see more episodes as that, preparing you for your oncoming exams, smash the subscribe button on this channel right now and visit the playlist that we've made for you, covering over 50 types of different exams, including JAMB, WAEC, Kakao, NEET, IALT, and the likes like that. Also, in every video you watch, we have the link to our apps where you can download on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store and practice hundreds of past questions for free.